Okay, so we're looking at a couple things here. First off, look at the pillar in the middle of the screen, the white pillar that's upstairs in the VIP area. Do you see how that is attached to the canopy? All right, well, yesterday, Natalie Reese, who is the assistant state attorney, the prosecutor, said that this canopy is not attached to the building. And in such, she called it a conveyance, but it would actually be curtilege, okay? So curtilege is not attached to the building. It's like a pool, not a pool, excuse me, a pool house. And it's also only related to homes. This is clearly not a dwelling or a house, okay? This is clearly a building that is used for government purposes. So now you've seen that the upstairs has an attachment of a pole between the canopy and the VIP area, okay? Now, if you look at this bill, I'd show you, but my hands are full. Right here, you'll see that the address on the building is 301 Coachman Park, okay? I believe that's 301 Osceola Avenue. But this is part of the same building where I was arrested. It's just the other side of it. Has public restrooms and I think a maintenance area. Now let's look real quick at this. It's a concession stand, all right? Now this concession stand is portable and there's a few of them around. You'll see them, okay? There's 4 right here that you can see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we can see within this area, okay? These are, they are portable and they are called curtilage. If this was a house, but since this is not a house, it is not considered curtilage because a government building does not qualify as curtilage. All right. Now, what Natalie Reese, the prosecutor, told me is that this canopy is not attached to the building, right? But it clearly is. Now, not all aspects of it are attached to the building. Here we go. All right. I'd like you to note or notice that people are walking through here just like I am. And here, okay, we're looking at the building. We're looking at this pillar again, all right? This pillar is attached to the building. This stage is attached to the building. This other pillar here is attached to the building, okay? This is the walkway. I'm not on it, I'm just showing it to you. To where I was arrested. I was arrested at that far table. It's a marble top table. Okay. You can see it's clearly attached to the building. It's not separate. I wasn't in a curtilage area. Moreover, I wasn't even in the bowl. Now, B-O-W-L, bowl, okay? This area here, not here, it's here. This AstroTurf area, this is AstroTurf, okay, is considered the bowl. According to Mark Uhas, I do a video of it, he said that's the bowl. And he claimed that I was in the bowl. I was not in the bowl. I was sitting right there. You see this table? Right there. That table, it pulls out. It's shorter than the other table. Uhas says it's an ADA table, but if someone isn't there who needs it, then anyone can use it, including me. And I did so. So this is not inside the building, right? This is outside the building, this part of the park. It's not separate from the park, and it's not privately owned. Now here you can see the attachment of these 3 tables. They bring chairs out, I'm presuming, and the diagram show that they bring chairs out during events. Okay, so this is where I set up and do my homework when there are no events, no shows, no events, of course. And it is definitely part of this building. There's no separation. Okay, I was not inside the building, but I was on this part of the building. It's part of the building, literally. All right. So I had the right to be here, just like everybody else. And you can just see through and through, it's part of the building. Now this grate opens up to it opens up to stairs, okay? And those stairs take you over here to the VIP area. And do you see that pole? That is the pole I just showed you from the other side. It is the same pole. It is definitely attached to this building, which means that the canopy is not a separate structure. It's not curtilege. And curtilage, again, has to be part of a dwelling or a house. Those are the 2 words used. It is not part of a business entity, okay? And you can see here the attachment, again, of this pole directly to this very same building where I was sitting, okay? Here's the building, here's the table, here's where I was sitting, here's stairs going down, here's a continuation of the building, bingo, right onto the pillar which is attached. It's also attached to the stage, okay? The building is. It's one continuous piece of property. All right, and over here you have another pillar. It's all part of the same piece of structure, not just property. It's not a separate piece of property, a separate building or entity within a property. It is the same structure, the same piece of construction, and it is definitely attached to the same building where I was arrested, where they're claiming I was. They're claiming that it's not a conveyance, but that it's Curtilege, and that I was in the Curtilege. All right, now let's look at the red chairs here that are on the green AstroTurf. The black chairs are also on AstroTurf. Beyond the black chairs is real grass, but that's not under the canopy, okay? So this is considered the bowl, all right? This area is considered the bowl. But where I am, and there are maps that prove this, okay? I have submitted exhibits to prove this. This, where I am literally standing right now, okay, is not part of the bowl, it's part of the building, okay? So there, Mark Anthony Burton Uhas claimed that I was in the bowl. I wasn't. This is not part of the bowl. See, it's higher up. It doesn't have that bowl shape, and it's not part of the bowl. So it's also not part of the area that the contract allowed Ruth Eckert Hall to close off if there was any legitimacy to the contract, which there is not. But even if there were, they only have the right to enclose the bowl. This is not within that authority at all. All right. Thanks for your time.